Good morning, everybody. Just wanted to jump on and cover from my post yesterday, really, in a quick live with you about kind of rewarding small goals. So rather than waiting to get to the end of your goal, rewarding the journey. I put quite a big post up yesterday and had a little bit of a conversation with some people and some private messages yesterday about it. So I thought I'd have a little bit of an update. So what I'm kind of referring to in that post is that we all have a goal, especially if you're employing a coach. You're going to have a goal that you want to achieve, and even if you don't have a coach in place, you are always going to be setting yourself some kind of goal, whether or not it's to survive the week or whether or not it's to be the best parent you want to be, whether it's to get a promotion at work, whatever it might be. Well, it could even be just to kind of say, do you know what, this year I want to make sure I take the children on holiday or go on holiday with the girls or something like that. Now, when you set yourself a goal, usually they are long term, and usually they are things that you want to achieve within the next 5 years, maybe 10 years. And what often happens is that we forget that that journey can be long, and we forget that that journey might not be as easy as we first thought. So certainly those of us that are, looking for happiness again, or want to find a relationship, or, want to be a good parent, you're not going to have a baby at 3 months old and just be a good parent. You're going to be a good parent to a 3-month-old baby, but when that baby becomes a toddler and then a teenager and then a young adult, you're going to have to relearn everything that you're doing to still continue to hold that good parent kind of niche. So what I think we forget is that we need to reward ourselves for all the little things that we do in that journey, in that kind of in the space that we have between now and us reaching that goal, or that when that goal changes. So what I wanted to really kind of say was, make sure that you, whenever you are setting your goal, make sure that you are able to break that down. So for me at the moment, my goal is about running my own business. I went self-employed a year ago. The Facebook group is part of that journey. And when I first went self-employed, I had some clients that I was working with, and I was loving it. It was brilliant, but it wasn't generating a huge amount of income, and I wasn't in a position where it was easy, because I'd just come from working full time, earning a good wage. We had some savings behind us, but not a huge amount. And those kind of savings were being eaten up very quickly. So it was a case of going, well, I really need to start earning some pennies. And it was just, it was so much easier to just kind of say to Chris, I don't think this is going to work. I've been self-employed for 3 days and I've not got any clients yet. That's not going to happen. So what I did was I broke it down into smaller categories, what I wanted from the business. So my ultimate goal was to have a successful business earning a reasonable wage and providing a good life for my family and my children, and being able to have a holiday and things like that. That's my ultimate goal. In between that, there's a lot of hard work and a lot of smaller goals that I need to achieve. So one was a Facebook group, but before that it was running a Facebook page. If I just set up a Facebook group, this group, within my first week of running my own business, I would have had half as many people join up. But because I set the page up first and I was posting on that and providing support and doing odd little things, then when I came to set up the group, people already kind of knew about me and they knew what they would be getting from the group. And so when I set the group up and I asked people to join, people were happy to do so. They knew what they were going to get from it. They knew it was going to be a benefit to them. So they joined the group. If within 2 or 3 days of setting the group up, I just set up a boot camp and said, right, okay guys, I'm going to do a boot camp. It's going to last a week and it's going to be £18 a person, nobody would join up, because again, the group is really new. People need to see what they're going to benefit from it. So it was right, run the group for 5 or 6 weeks, get some people involved, get some people on board, then run a boot camp, because I'm going to have people that are interested. the first boot camp I run is going to be free, because again, people need to see what they're going to be getting from me. They're going to see that it's worthwhile. They need to see that actually, you know, she does know what she's talking about, and I am going to benefit. If I just put this boot camp up and charged you £15 to £25, hardly any of you would want to join up for it, because you'd be like, well, what's it going to be like? What do I need to do? What am I going to get from it? When you've done a couple with me and you realise that actually you get loads from it, and I overindulge you, so for your £15 you get, you know, 100 quid's worth of support, then you'll be happy to pay for the next one and the next one and the next one. And each one I do, more and more people will get involved, because those of you that have done it and have benefited from it will say, great, the last boot camp was fantastic. After doing it, I was able to achieve this. And then somebody else who sees that will go, oh, well, actually, maybe, you know, it's not one of these six-figure rip-offs that are out there at the moment, where I'm going to charge you £390 for a 3-day boot camp and you get nothing from it. And, you know, it's just a complete waste. Sorry about that. I have signed up to something recently this week, and I keep getting phone calls from them. So that was another phone call, hence why it had a little bit of a gap in there. So my Facebook Lives have been very difficult at the moment, because so far each time I do one, I get a phone call and that blocks it. So I do apologise. So, yeah, so for me, it was about breaking that down into smaller goals. Now, what I then do is I reward myself with each one, and I celebrate each of those goals. So if you are looking to book a holiday and that is your ultimate goal, then your ultimate goal is actually going to be the holiday itself, isn't it? It's going to be going on that holiday. So your smaller goals, to break it down into chunks that you can reward yourself with, would be things like getting the brochures, deciding where you're going to go, paying your deposit, buying your first bikini or mankini, or, you know, whatever. Please, no mankinis, but you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to, you know, keep it open to everybody. But, you know, getting your toiletries, signing up for your money that you're going to get, or your traveller's checks, all that kind of stuff. So they're your small wins. How exciting is it when you book a holiday and you pay your deposit, and then when you go the next month and you pay your next part, or you pay it up? You know, it's exciting. You start to feel really excited about your holiday. When you book a holiday a year in advance, it feels like forever. It feels like that holiday is just going to be ages before it actually comes. So each little thing you do, when you buy your new towels to take with you, you get your suitcases, all of those kind of things, they all help to build up that excitement. And then when you actually go on your holiday, you've had a year of all this excitement and all of this, you know, kind of build up, which is amazing. Take that process and put that in place with your other goals. If your goal is about buying a house, you know, that could be a 5-year goal. If you just say to yourself, right, I'm going to buy a house in 5 years, and then that's it, it's going to be really hard to stay motivated. And to, you know, each time where you're saving your money and you're having to say no to going out with your friends because you're saving for a house, you're going to start to feel really quite depressed after a certain amount of time, because you're putting money away all of the time and you don't feel like you're gaining anything. So maybe you treat yourself every month when you get paid. You put £100 towards your deposit for your house, and you go and buy a set of spoons. You go and buy a tea towel. You know, nip to your cheapy B&M shop and get a sugar pot. You know, that's the kind of thing. Because your bottom drawer, they used to call it, when I was younger. I remember my mum saying, you know, you need to save for your bottom drawer. So what you do is you have a drawer in the house that you start to put your little homely things in. And then when you start to feel a little bit low and you think, of 5 years before I get my own home, before I can move out from my annoying parents, or whatever it might be, or, you know, get a bigger house, whatever that house might be, look at your bottom drawer. Look at what you've gained to build towards that house and feel excited about it. You know, you've got your colour scheme sorted, you now know what your kitchen's going to look like, you know, all of those kind of things. And you can take that and you can put that into place with any goal that you've got. I can't see if anybody's actually on watching, so I could be completely alone talking to myself, which is quite normal for me anyway. But if anybody is commenting right now and I'm not responding or saying hello, I'm not being rude. It's just I think I've swiped, which means that I can't actually see your comments, so I do apologise. But yeah, so just trying to think of some other goals that you might have. Oh, actually, I can see Catherine. Hello, thank you for joining me. So thinking about what other goals there might be. So maybe your goal is about having a baby. So you're in a relationship and you've been with somebody for a certain amount of time, and you've decided actually you want to have a child. You can't just decide you're going to have a baby and then have that baby. That's not going to happen. Hi, Denise. How are you? That's going to take time. It's going to take at least 9 months, let's face it. So what do you do when you start planning for a child? You start buying little things, don't you? You get some nappies. Let's face it, gran and grandma and nanny or grandpa or whatever are always going to start, as soon as you say you're pregnant, you start getting people buying you a dummy, some muslins, all that kind of stuff, and that builds that excitement, that gets you excited about this baby that's coming. So any goal you have, you can transfer all of that excitement into that goal. Don't make it so it's a depressive goal. Make it so it's exciting, something to look forward to. If your 10-year goal is to get out of the job you're in and get a new job, then that's going to be a little bit harder you can't fill a bottom drawer full of stuff for your new job, can you? You can't go and buy a new pen for it or stuff like that. But you can start to get yourself prepared, do your learning. So get some books. If you are currently an administrator and you want to get into management, then that's going to be a 2 or 3 year plan. So you need to get a qualification, or you need to get some experience behind you. So start building up some of that stuff. Buy some books. When you've read the books, treat yourself, that kind of thing. There is no reason why you can't start celebrating these goals a lot earlier, and why you have to wait till you've actually achieved it. If I said to you that I was going to take you out for dinner and you didn't know where we were going, and I then didn't speak to you again for the whole 2 weeks before we went, it'd be hard to be excited about going out for dinner. You'd be kind of thinking, well, where am I going? I haven't spoken to Tina in weeks. Don't know. Are we still going? Is she still okay for it? But if I'd had texts with you throughout the week going, I'm really looking forward to dinner on Saturday. We're going to go Nando's. We're going to go to, I don't know, a posher place even, maybe. Maybe I'd treat you to something a bit better than Nando's. Who knows? The Harvester. You can have a carvery. Who knows? And that would build up that excitement. So all of those things are, hi Paula. So all of those things are small goals that start to help you to reward yourself and get excited about things. But it's a little bit difficult sometimes with some of the bigger goals to know what they are and how you can break them down. And that's where hopefully I can come in and help, because you do sometimes need somebody else to say, well, what about this? And how about that? And that does help you to break it down a little bit more. So if you have a big goal and you are looking to do something much bigger, you want to change your job, change your career, get a house, all of those kind of things, then drop me a comment or drop me a private message, and we can talk about how we can break that down, and we can talk about how you can start to celebrate that in much smaller chunks and celebrate it in a way that keeps you excited, keeps you motivated, keeps you on track. Because do you know what? If you set yourself a goal and it is long term, it is going to be so easy to dump that goal and change it for something else. You have to be really determined as a person. You have to be somebody who is really focused to be able to stay on track. Because if you're saving for a house and your friends are all going on holiday and you haven't had a holiday in 3 years and you've just broken up from your relationship, it's going to be so easy to just go, do you know what? Stuff it. The savings I've got in the account, I'm going to go on holiday with the girls and I'm going to have a couple of weeks of fun. So it's too easy. So today's actually quite a good day to talk about this. It's the start of Lent, and this is where we talk about giving something up. So in January, we had our New Year's resolutions. Hands up for those of you that have already caved on your resolution. Me, for one. And we all make the resolutions in January, and how many of us actually stick to them? Very few. We stick to them for a little while, but I think Lent comes quite nicely in as a reminder of, you know, that thing you said you were going to stop doing in January, where you started doing it again, so time to give it up again. So you've got 40 days of being able to say, actually, I'm going to give something up. So how many are going to give up caffeine? Give up sugar, give up chocolate, all of those kind of things. I tend to pick something I don't really like anyway, so I'm going to give up asparagus because I probably won't buy any of that in the next 40 days anyway. And whilst you're looking at giving something up, it's about setting yourself a goal, isn't it? You're saying that for the next 40 days, I'm not going to do something. So that's very similar to setting these long-term goals, because over those 40 days, I guarantee most of you will share on Facebook that you are going to give it up, or tweet about what you're going to give up, or talk to your friends at work about what you're going to give up. And then throughout the next 40 days, you'll have a running commentary of it. You will either share that you've caved and given in, or you'll share about how hard it is to give up whatever it is you've given up. And people will comment back, so you'll get the support. So if I said I was going to give up caffeine, and then I posted that, I know, me and Dee were off to Costa for lunch, guaranteed somebody's going to remind me that I'm supposed to have given up caffeine for Lent, and, you know, let me know that I shouldn't be in Costa, or make sure I'm drinking water or something like that. So that's how you achieve your goals, is by people supporting you, people challenging you. And that's what I'm here to do. That's my role as a coach, is to remind you of what you said you were going to do and help you stay on track by doing it. And there are so many coaches out there at the moment, and some of them are real risk takers. You get these 6-figure coach support coaches and all of this kind of thing, and these mindset movement people. Some of the names for coaches at the moment are unbelievable. I can't even spell half of them. And really, all coaching is just about being a support, being a guide, challenging people. So if you tell me you want to buy a house, you want to build a house, you want to own a horse, you want to have a baby, you want to give something up, you want to get out of the negative relationship that you're in, you want to start a positive relationship with your parents, anything that your goal is, my role is to just keep you motivated, ask you how you're doing with your goal, ask you what you've done recently to stay on track, moan at you if you've let it slip, tell you off if you've let it slip twice, all of those kind of things. And I think people don't realise that they need it. You know, they assume that they can keep going. You know, I'm going to give up smoking and I've done it before, so I can do it again. Well, if you did it before, you went back, so you didn't do it. You did cave. You did forget that you were going to achieve that goal, and you did go back to it. So maybe this time having somebody in place to, you know, rattle you on the knuckles when you've done wrong is a good thing, you know. And that's all I want to do for people. I just want to be here to kind of, you know, have a good nag when you're not doing what you're supposed to. But it's all about supporting you. It's coming from a good place. It's coming from the heart. It's about saying to you, I'm here to support you. I want to help you. And if you're setting yourself a goal that is more than 8 or 9 months in advance, you are going to need somebody to help you, just to stay motivated, just to keep pushing you. If your goal is to, I don't know, not eat takeaways this week, that's going to be slightly easier to do by yourself. But again, you know, you're going to want someone to congratulate you at the end of it, aren't you? You're going to want somebody to say, well done, you didn't eat crap this week. You know, so that's my role. And that's what yesterday's post was all about. Is just saying, stick down in the group what you want to achieve, what you're looking for, and let us support you get there. You can PM me if you'd rather it be private, or if it wants to be personal. So if you are looking to start a family, you might not want everybody knowing about it. If maybe you want to leave your job and people you work with are in the group as well, MIB people especially, or if it's something private to do with family, and, you know, my cousin Paula, hi, you're on here, you know, you might not want everybody to know. So private message me, all that kind of thing, you know, and we can talk about it. We can have a chat. And don't panic. I'm not going to charge you. This is all about support through the group. This is what the group's here for. Certainly if I'm charging for things, that will be told up front. It will be a case of the post will say, I'm providing this service and it's going to cost this much. So if I'm just posting and I'm just saying things like comment here so I can help you more, or drop me a line and I can support you, don't feel like I'm then going to hit you with a big sales pitch of going, yeah, great, I can do this for you. And it's only going to cost you £9 million, because that's not the case. One of the big things with my coaching practice is my fees are up front, and they are told you at the very beginning. You will never be in a position where we're having a conversation and then I go, right, that's your free half hour up. I'm now going to charge you £20 an hour from now. That's not how it works. So please don't feel like you're ever in a position where you're going to get trapped into paying for something that you didn't realise. I've been caught out myself that way. It's not very nice. I don't like it. I won't do it. So if you do want help and you do want some support, hi Maria from all the way in Australia. God knows what time it is there. Have a comment. Let us know what time it is. Is it early? Is it late? I bet it's really warm as well. I do hate it when you share your pictures of your horses and it's really sunny. It makes me feel really depressed. So yeah. From my point of view, if I'm going to help you with anything, it's totally upfront. It's a free service unless I tell you differently. So I just want to kind of make that clear. The other thing with the post yesterday as well about goal setting was really just about saying that you should have a goal. Some people, they just kind of molly on through life and they don't feel it's a necessity, even if I can get my words out, but it is. You should have a goal. Think about something you want to achieve, and you might have a great family, you might have the home of your dreams, fantastic, but there's got to be something more that you want out of life. There's got to be something you want to do. It could be that you want to learn to ski, that you want to learn to play hockey, that, actually you just want to, your goal is hopefully the children will finally leave home and get their own place and, you can be alone again. It doesn't matter, but you've got to have a goal in life. What is there otherwise? You're just going to keep repeating the same day and it's groundhog, and you don't want that. So if you don't have a goal and you want to start setting goals, then again, comment here, let me know. We can find a goal. We can talk around what you like doing, what you do, what you don't do, and help you find a goal, help you find something to work towards, and also kind of get you motivated, because what I want to do is kind of help people to find that better life, better work kind of level. We either are in work and we love our jobs, which is fantastic, or we're in a job and we hate it and we want something new, or we're in a relationship we want out of, or we're in a relationship that we love but we want to make it better, we want to make sure it lasts a distance, all of those kind of things. You can't say that there isn't something that you want to do in life, that you want to achieve, that you want to kind of find. And, that's my role. That's what I'm here for, to help you find that goal, help you put in place something new. So kind of feel like I'm starting to ramble now, which I don't like. I don't really want to do, but I didn't want to cut off just as people were joining. So like I say, at the very beginning, this whole live was just about really helping you to understand yesterday's post. So comment if you want some help to achieve your goal. Comment if you're achieving your goal and you just want somebody to say, yay, well done you. And if you don't have a goal, comment and we'll find you a goal. Really, really thank you for joining me today and watching the live, and for commenting along and stuff and being here. It does help. It's a little bit boring if I'm just talking to myself. So thank you, ladies, for joining me. Have a really lovely rest of your day. I'm going out for lunch today with a friend, so looking forward to that. And I will be drinking Costa because I'm not giving up caffeine for Lent. So anyway, take care. Love to you all. See you soon. Bye.